Today I will be discussing the Zabbaleen community in Mokattam, Cairo, and their impact on waste management in the city. This presentation will include objectives, overview of Mokattam, Cairo, background of the Zabbaleen community and their history, health implications of their waste management lifestyle, events causing economic instability among the Zabbaleen community, a summary, and references. The purpose of this presentation is to understand the impact of the Zabbaleen community's work on waste management, to understand the events leading to economic instability for the Zabbaleen community, and to understand the health implications of the Zabbaleen's lifestyle. Mokattam is located in the Greater Cairo region in Egypt, and the Zabbaleen community consists of about 96,000 people. The Zabbaleen community is a low-income, impoverished community in this area. The Zabbaleen's people's history goes back to the 1930s when Coptic Christians began settling in Cairo. At this time, a Muslim migrant community owned the rights to garbage pickup and eventually sold this to the Zabbaleens. At this time, the Zabbaleens began a well-designed system of trash pickup in the city. This became a source of income as well as a source of feed for their pigs. For cultural and religious reasons, the Muslim communities could not own pigs, so the Christian Zabbaleens were able to utilize pig farming for income as well. For their waste management system, the men drove carts along their assigned routes and brought trash back home for the women and children to sort. The pigs were also able to help sort by consuming the organic waste and leaving other materials to be recycled. Various types of waste were collected by the Zabbaleens, and this community was able to recycle much of this waste. Family-owned businesses in the community could specialize on which type of waste they would recycle. For example, some families specialized in sorting and recycling plastic, melting the contents down and forming pellets that could be sold back to companies and factories. Most of the waste, however, was organic and could be consumed by the farmers' pigs. Overall, their system was very efficient, with about 80% of refuse being recycled. This is very impressive and is the result of many small family businesses that were dedicated to their work. However, this lifestyle exposed this community to several health risks. Trash collectors used almost no protective equipment when collecting and processing waste materials. This places them at risk for tetanus from exposure to metals, causing muscle spasms, seizures, fevers, headaches, and can be fatal. Hepatitis A from exposure to contaminated waste, causing fever, malaise, diarrhea, jaundice, and other symptoms. And injuries from working with sharp, heavy, or large objects leading to susceptibility to infection, blood loss, and disability. This is concerning considering how many families in this community live in poverty. Poverty can lead to malnutrition, especially for children. This condition places individuals at risk for slow wound healing, a difficult factor considering their risk for injuries. Of note, however, most of these health issues could be prevented or avoided by proper wear of protective equipment for workers. The Egyptian government became involved in waste management in the 1980s and began attempts to modernize the city. Increasing population of the city continued to put pressure on waste management systems, and eventually the government recognized that reform was needed due to health risks of trash buildup and the impact on tourism. In 2003, the government moved all waste management to the private sector, outsourcing most of the city's waste management and leaving only the Southern District for the Zabbaleen to collect from. The Zabbaleen attempted to strike, but after a few days, the pig farmers had to stop for fear of their animals starving. Additionally, many refused employment with the new companies due to the low wages and inability for women and children to be hired. However, many wealthier households were happy to hire the Zabbaleen to collect trash as they did not like the large bins that private companies used, and because it was considered inappropriate for them to be seen in the street carrying their own trash. We can see that prior to this change, 80% of the trash that the Zabbaleens collected was able to be recycled, and this rate dropped to 20% when things moved over to private companies. Today, the Zabbaleen recycle 40% of the waste they remove. Then in 2009, the H1N1 virus appeared in Mexico and was named the swine flu. In reaction to this crisis, the Egyptian government ordered that all pigs be slaughtered. This was devastating for the Zabbaleen community that was already fragile and now lost this backup source of income. They attempted to advocate for themselves, but the Muslim community continued to pressure the government to order the slaughter of pigs due to their religious beliefs. The changes related to the trash collection in Cairo and the economic impacts of events for the Zabbaleen community have led to insufficient trash removal in the city as a whole. Trash continues to build up in the streets, and this impact is especially noted in rural areas where collectors are sometimes not able to go. Today, there continues to be a political struggle between the Zabbaleen community and waste management companies. The Zabbaleen people continue to fight for their right to legally collect trash and collect the income. Until something changes, trash will continue to collect in city streets. In summary, the Zabbaleen community built their economy on income from trash removal in the city of Cairo. This lifestyle placed their community at risk of diseases as well as injuries. Political changes in Cairo left the Zabbaleen community unable to legally continue removing trash. The H1N1 virus greatly impacted this already fragile community by removing their ability to farm pigs. These events have greatly impacted the trash removal and recycling processes in Cairo, leading to trash buildup in the streets. Thank you.